Alright, everybody, we're hopping in with my actual Tanabata prediction. So, funny story, I was recording that Tanabata video that I did, and I got to the very end, and I had, at the very beginning of the video, I had an idea for what I wanted to do for the part 2, or for the LR, that I thought that, that Tanabata could be. And then I did that whole video, I got to the end and I forgot, and I just did a cop-out and said, I don't know, Goten Trunks and Boo, I don't know. But this was kind of my, I forgot that, I typed up this entire Word document. I forgot that I had this as my example of what I think Tanabata could be. So, we're going to be going over what I think the Tanabata LR could be, and I went ahead and made a full concept for him. So as you can see, I think we're going to get Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 as our Tanabata LR, Dr. Hedo's greatest creations. So let's go ahead and hop into the concept that I've done here, and be sure to let me know what you guys think. If you have any calcs, do them below. Let me know what you think. I did just like a quick proof on the defense just to make sure it was kind of around what I would want it to be, and I might have made this character a little too strong, but I think that's fine. It's Gamma 1 and 2. Oh, I forgot to put the typing. I don't think it really matters. Maybe maybe int. Maybe int. Int would be good. Just because we don't have many int movie heroes. So let's say, we'll say like right here, we'll just go int. There we go. So, leader skill is joined forces and worthy rivals, key +3, HP, attack, and defense 170%. I didn't want to introduce a new leader skill, mostly because I am bad of imagining new leader skills, so I didn't include one here. I mean, that's literally the only reason. And then their additional 30% would be to movie heroes or accelerated battle. Actually, I'm going to change this on the fly. I'm going to change this to Battle of Fate, because this character will be on Battle of Fate, because it's going to be after Cell Max shows up, because if you think about it, if you watch my other video on this, the Part 2 LR would be Cell Max. So, we're going to say Movie Heroes or Battle of Fate. This will help give some other characters on here. I think this would be a really good team. I should actually pull this up. I might pull it up at the end, but let's get through the card first, and then we'll come back and talk about the leader skill. So, Super Attack Effect. 12 key would be the Gamma Soul. I don't know what this would be. They would just throw animations together. I don't know. I just made up names. So 12 key would be greatly raised defense. This is a stack. This is a, this is a good stack. And then raises attack. This is also a stack and causes colossal damage to the enemy. And then it's just the reverse for their 18 key. So it's a greatly raised attack. It's just a normal stack and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. So these are stacks. So on 12 keys, you're going to be greatly stacking defense and raising your attack a little bit. On 18 key, you're going to be greatly stacking attack and then slightly stacking defense. So for defense, you're really going to be wanting to get these 12 keys. For attack, you're really going to be wanting to get the 18 key. And I think this will be good. I think this will play out well with how the rest of the character works. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down to the passive skill. Obviously, these are just kind of cop-outs. I didn't really go in with, any attack lowering, sealing, stunning, action break. I just kind of said whatever, and we just went with this. So, I don't really do, offensive calcs. I kind of have an image in my head, but the reason I have these effects on here is for another reason down below we'll get to. And then the defense stacking I just think is good, so we just put it on there. Alright, so the passive skill, Missions of the Superheroes. I went ahead and did it in a bulleted list, just kind of like the T6 wiki does it, just so that it's kind of easier to digest here. Attack and defense, 222% at the start of turn. Obviously, this is like a reference to Gamma 2. So this is just going to be like the start of turn defense. I'm going to give them guard within the same turn as the first or second attacker in the turn. So, actually, I'm going to nerf them a little. I'm nerfing them on the fly as the first attacker in the turn. They're only going to guard as the first attacker in the turn. I copied and pasted that from Janimba's kit. That way I had the correct wording. So that's why we had the second attacker there. I forgot to take that out. So no, it's only as the first attacker are they going to be guarding. But it will be, before they attack. So it'll just be active in slot 1. And this is bad. If I gave them guard in slot 2, they would actually be just, the best unit in the game forever. So only in slot 1 are they guarding. Now, they may still be the best unit in the game forever, but, listen, we'll get there. So attack and defense, plus 11% with each attack performed, up to 111%. Notice this is just attack performed and not super attack performed. So this is the good way to have attack and defense build up. So you're going to need to do, what is this, 10 attacks basically or something like that? 10 attacks, something like that. Actually, it's going to be 11 attacks, isn't it? because 10 would just get you to 110%. So you have to technically do 11% to get that last 1%. So, but I don't think this will be a huge issue. Damage received reduced by 30% as the first attacker in the turn. And then also as the first attacker in the turn, they get an additional 12% damage reduction within the turn with each attack received. So this will reset each turn. They'll have a base 30%, and then as they receive hits, they'll just get tankier. That's kind of like a reference to how Gamma 1 works, but instead of it carrying over turn to turn, I made it uncapped so that you can build up more damage reduction, but it doesn't carry over. So each turn you'll start back over at 30%, kind of like Evolution Blue Vegeta. But the idea is that, you know, as the turns are going on, you're also building up this, so you're going to have higher start of turn defense, and then, you know, this 30% will be like, it'll just be baseline, and then you'll just be able to take those like normal hits better each turn, and then you'll be able to build up this 12% each turn. So, and again, this is as the first attacker, so you know, you're going to have guard, a baseline 30% damage reduction, and like pretty high defensive stats given their links and like the, you know, their start of turn buff and then this multiplicative buff that you're going to be building up. So not bad if you ask me. I think this is pretty good. I would be happy, you know, so far I think this looks good. So then obviously I made it, right? Like why would I make it if I didn't think it if it was good? So the next bullet point is performs 2 additional attacks as the second attacker in the turn. Each of, oh, I just realized something. Hang on, I'm gonna edit their kit a little bit. All right, quick, tell me what I added in. I forgot to give them key. This unit needs key. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they're gonna get 7 key at the start of turn just for free. I don't know. I just picked 7 key because that sounded like a good number. You know, 6 is kind of like a villain number. 5, I didn't really like 5. 4 is too little, so we went with 7. I thought about going with 12, you know, for like 1 and 2, but yeah, that felt a little too much. So. Oh, actually, you know what we could do is we could make this 5, but we're just going to leave it 7. So then here on their build-up, I added 1 key, also with each attack performed up to 7. So this will help them with key. All right, now that we got key settled, where were we? Right here. So, performs 2 additional attacks as the second attacker in the turn, each of which has a great chance of being a super attack. Pretty good. So then you can do 4 attacks in a turn. And then performs 3 additional attacks as the third attacker in the turn, each of which has a high chance of being a super attack. So then you could do 5 attacks in a turn, potentially. But, you know, I made it a high chance instead of a great chance. That way it's like, you know, you're more likely just to kind of get those additionals. Just like you have a, I feel like that's balanced. It's like you can do more attacks, but you have a higher chance of those just being normals as opposed to like the second slot's the sweet spot where it's like, you know, you're probably going to get like the quad super. Like that's going to probably be like a decent thing that you'll see. Whereas here, you know, it's going to be a little less common to get like the quintuple super attack, but I wanted to make it possible. This part's kind of a reference to Gamma 2, how he just does a ton of additionals. I wanted to kind of build that into the kit a little bit, and so this is the idea that I came up with right here. And then the reason I gave him more attacks in slot 3, other than just 2 and 2 and 3 and 3, just kind of sounded good, was, to me, whenever I put a character in slot 3 like this, that's like meant to be a slot 1 main rotation unit, it's because usually you get like 2 of them in the same rotation and you need to float one off. And then that one's going to lose out on maybe like having a potential turn that others are going to have to build up. So I wanted to give the one in slot 3, since he's floating off, a higher chance, like more build up before he floats off. Does that make sense? So, because like if you have a unit on turn 1, right, and you float them off, you're not going to get them back until turn 4. Whereas if you have that same unit on turn 1, they're going to have turn 1 and turn 3 before that other unit has their turn 4. So I wanted to kind of like build in a way to get them a little bit of extra build up if I needed to float them off, since, you know, it's like you're going to get them on turn 1, float them off, not see them until turn 4, and by turn 4 you're much deeper into the fight, and you haven't had a chance to build any of this up yet. I feel like that's unfortunate, so I built in this way that you can just get a little bit of extra build up before you come back on rotation later in the fight. So that's kind of my thought process behind this. And then last bullet point here, again, this is a reference to Gamma 2. You gain an additional 10% crit chance with each super attack performed up to 7%. So this is with supers. Everything else I did up here I just did with attacks. This, you're going to need to do super attacks to actually build up the crit chance. And I felt like that was fair. Like, you can see here, you're going to have the potential to do a ton of super attacks. But no matter what, you're going to be building up this, which I think is very important. The crit I see more as like a extra ability, like a superfluous ability that... Oh, actually... No, this is good, this is good. Right here's what I need to change. I need to change this to when guard is activated. I just remembered that. Okay. So this will activate whenever they dodge instead of like actually being hit. So now you can get my idea behind this is that now you just give this character full dodge, and then they have the built-in additionals here, the built-in crit here, and then if you give them dodge, it won't hurt them in any way because they can still build up this damage reduction in slot 1. So that's my thought process behind this character. So I think this is absolutely insane. I don't know that we would ever see a character like this. But I wanted to put some respect on Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 and make them like a real hype character that's going to have like longevity, just like Vegeta and Trunks did last year. So maybe this is a little crazy, but I think this is really good actually. So let me know what you guys think about this passive skill here. Is this too much? And I know I gave them like greatly stacking up here too, so it's just like maybe the stacking's too much. Maybe these should just be one-turn raises, but the reason I gave them stacking was for this. They're going to have a standby skill. So this is going to be like Gamma 1, and just like, I can kind of imagine, it's going to kind of be like, let me pull, my idea is that it'd be kind of like this Vegeta, so you know how this is just Super Saiyan Vegeta, like, there he is, but, oh no, you can't see my mouse, hang on, there we go. So like, it'd just be like this guy right here, well now he's gone, okay, but like this card is just Super Saiyan Vegeta, right? My idea is that this would just be Gamma 1, but then it would kind of have like Android 18, you know, like the Fat Gotenks and like Piccolo and Gohan kind of in the card art with it, and it kind of have like Gamma 2 in the background, because this right here is going to be like Gamma 2's final like explosion attack thing that he does, where he, you know, spoilers, he like flies out of orbit into Cell Max. That's what this is going to be. So this is just going to be Gamma 1 as the standby, and then I always try to click on OBS if I just make this as Gamma 1. That way it's kind of clear that you stand by as Gamma 1, and then everybody else will just be like in the card art. So buy Gamma 2 the time he needs. So this is gonna be kind of similar to the Buu Saga Spirit Bomb. So Gamma 1 cannot attack except performing the finish attack. Damage received reduced by 77%. He guards all attacks for 5 turns from the start of turn. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. All allies key +2. He gets an additional attack plus 222% when performing a finish attack. Now listen. This unit right here, well, this unit, they stack attack just like the unit that, you know, I created. And they only get 39% when performing the finish attack here. So, listen, I have a feeling, and then they also have the Buu Saga ability right here. So, listen, this is meant to kill. This is meant that when you activate this, oh, I forgot to put the condition for when you activate this. Okay, can I, let's see. I guess I can just add it here. Let's see. Let's not make it bold. Can, oh, I hit caps lock. Oh no. Can be activated after performing 7 attacks in battle. Let's make this super attacks. Or when HP is below 50%. There we go. Perfect. So, I read all this, and then temporary 22% per charge counter accumulated and causes super ultimate damage to the enemy, and can be activated when charge count is 22 or above. This is a little bit less. I believe the Buu Saga Spirit Bomb is 39, but I figured, you know, why not be able to activate it as soon as possible? You know, you can keep charging this up as much as you want to, like, obviously, but, you know, I wanted to kind of give it to you early since there's already so many other attack buffs going into this thing that I just wanted to, you know, I wanted to make it to where you can activate it sooner, so that's kind of the idea behind this. And then this is just meant to, it's like whatever is in front of you is dead now. that is the goal with this. So, and then just also get the animation of the game. So categories, we got androids, movie heroes. Ooh, we got the link still in there. Androids, movie heroes, artificial life forms, worthy rivals, special clothes, defenders of justice, accelerated battle, movie heroes, joined forces, final trump card, connected hope, battle of fate, and full power. So, really, the only ones that they add on here are from joined forces over. Everything else is just standard, like Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 have that. But then, you know, they get joined forces because it's a dual card, final trump card because, like, this final attack is kind of like their final trump card sort of thing. Gamma 2 sacrifice. Connected hope, just because I feel like this is like the perfect connected hope type thing. Battle of Fate, just because they're fighting Cell Max, and then full power because this is Gamma 2's full power attack right here. So links are going to be basically these are the 6 links that Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 share already, and then Gamma 2 has the Innocence and Gamma 1 has Cold Judgment. I drop those and you just add Legendary Power, so they would share 6 out of 7 with Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. And then I have their stats down here. Also, these wouldn't change. These would be the same in both forms, in the standby and otherwise, just because I don't feel the need to drop one of these for, like, Cold Judgment whenever I go into Gamma 1. So I felt like this was appropriate just to keep the links the same. You know, some of you big power level grinders may not like that out there, but that's kind of the idea, so... And then stats. I felt like these were good stats. These are pretty much on par with the new Int Goku, so I felt like these were good stats. Considering everything else. I guess let's go ahead and take a quick look at the leader skill. Give me a second to get that pulled up. Alright, here we go. We're using the JP Dokkan database. That's why the names may look a little bit different here. So we have joined forces and worthy rivals. Oh, also I added all out struggle. I was scrolling through and I decided to add all out struggle to their categories. Not that it really matters, but decided to add it on there. So joined forces and worthy rivals are up here. And then movie heroes or battle of fate is down here. You can see this is quite the roster. that they would lead. So, but it does have the gammas, it has like the superhero movie, or like the superhero units on here. I don't think it has Gohan on here. Just because Gohan isn't either of these, but you know, it has Piccolo, and that's what matters. Listen, I don't, spoiler, I don't care if Gohan is on the team or not. Maybe that's a little goofy that it has everybody else but Gohan, but listen, sorry. You know, it gets, like, both of these guys on the team, it gets this guy on the team, it gets, you know, them on the team. So this is, like, it gets this guy, these two guys. This is a really, really premium team right here, I think. So, let me know what you guys think about my LR Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 Tanabata concept. I'm recording this at 9:30 p.m. Central Time on June 18th. So if we get any news between now and tomorrow, whenever I release this video, just know that is when this was recorded. Let me see if I can pop my clock up here. Alright, the answer to that is, not, hang on. Alright, there we go. Listen, there we go. So this is when I'm recording this. Let me know what you guys think. I like to crop it a little bit, that way, you know, we can just get in on the information here and you don't have to worry about any of the other distractions going on, so... let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. This is my real prediction right here. I'm gonna post this on Twitter after I record this, so be sure to, you know, I don't know, if you're here from Twitter, thanks for watching. If you're here, I don't know, go interact with the Twitter post. Tell me that it's bad. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time.